Well, welcome to Found in Focus. This week on the Found podcast, I had the huge privilege of interviewing Ian Morgan Cron. Now, some of you are going, like, what? The Enneagram guy? Like, yep, the guy who has the Typology podcast. It has over 28 million downloads. I mean, he's written the book, The Road Back to You, over 1 million copies sold. I mean, he came on our podcast, which was so gracious of him. And we had a wonderful, wonderful conversation, a really honest conversation about his journey through addiction. And actually, I shared a bit of our story, just a beautiful conversation. And here's the scripture that came to mind as he was sharing about his journey, the things that he's learned, and particularly in his writing of his recent book, which is called The Fix. And it walks people through the 12 steps to actually freedom and hope. Well, here's the verse that came to mind that actually is our family verse, Psalm 107. Psalm 107 has several characters in the psalm. One of them is wandering the wilderness. One is locked in chains in prison. Another is out on the ocean, out in the seas, being tossed and turned by the waves. And each one of these characters in this psalm come to the end of themselves, as we would say. They recognize their need for help. And as Ian was sharing the message of the fix, the 12 steps that have been used for many, many years in AA programs, and as the fix would say, we all need them. These 12 steps actually begin with an acknowledgement that we need help, that we can't save ourselves. And here's what happens in the psalm. Each one of these characters say, Lord, help, or in some versions, they cry out for help. But it's a cry for help. It's admittance that we need help, that we are powerless in and of ourselves. And here's the beautiful thing with each section of verses, when the individual cries out for help, the immediate response is this: he rescues them and saves them from their distress. And then he leads them into a straight path, or into a place of rest, or into a place where they find a new song in their mouth. Like in every case, when we cry out to the Lord, when we come to the end of ourselves, he is there to rescue us. That is the power of Psalm 107. That's the story of what happened in our family's life, in each one of our lives. We cried out to God and he set us free. And helped us come to the end of ourselves so we could actually find ourselves. Well, that is what I learned this week as I was speaking with Ian Morgan Cron and his book, The Fix. I want you to check out that podcast. It's rich. It's very insightful. I'm sure it will speak to you, but take time to read Psalm 107. Take the time to recognize your need of God and know that whenever you cry out to God, he answers you and he will set you free. And that's Found in Focus.